NASCAR Angels.
I'm Rusty Wallace.
And I'm Shannon Wiseman. Today's show comes to you from Houston, Texas.
That's a very special show about a very special person, Michael Mertz. Michael teaches musical theater at a performing arts school.
And Rusty, I got to spend some time with Mr. Mertz. I'm telling you, I wish I would have had him for a teacher growing up. The kids adore him. He's very enthusiastic and completely devoted to those children. So let's introduce everyone to the man they call Mertz. It may not sound like much.
Sounds great, kids. Keep it open.
But to Michael Mertz, this is the start of something special.
Terrific.
When you teach, it's like baby steps. You know, the smallest movement forward is a success.
One more. Here we go. Drop your jaw.
Mr. Mertz teaches at the High School for Performing and Visual Arts.
HSPVA was started in 1971 by Ruth Denny and a group of her friends who got together and wanted to form a school that would specialize in teaching all manner of performing arts.
The atmosphere here is quite different from your normal public school in that the students are given the opportunity to discipline themselves.
It's a public school, but the kids have to audition to get in.
Without this school, a lot of the kids would be misfits. And because of their artistic leanings, they would be virtually an outcast. Besides teaching them all the theater art stuff, we teach them how to be decent human beings.
Why aren't you guys in class?
Chesley Santoro Crone has known Mr. Mertz for 20 years.
And we said that one component is melody.
She says he has a reputation for being tough and demanding, but there is good reason behind it.
Yes, ma'am?
And I think there have been occasions when a student will graduate and think, oh, this has just been so hard, and why was Mr. Mertz on me all the time? But then they go off to college or they get into professional theater and they come back and they thank him because he has prepared them for the real world of theater.
He's taught me more about how to be more responsible for my actions and more professional.
Everything that I know about musical theater, Mr. Mertz has taught me. So I owe a lot to him.
His dedication to his students goes beyond the school day.
Well, the kids at this school mean everything to me. I have no children of my own, and so they're sort of my surrogate kids.
I've seen him stay up all night long to prepare an audition tape for one of the students, or to prepare sheet music that they need for a college audition.
He deserves so much that isn't really given to him because he does so many things that people don't realize.
To Mr. Mertz, it's worth it.
Well, I didn't have to teach here. I'm a professional musician and I could have done anything with my life. But the satisfaction that you get from working with young people and watching them grow is much, much greater than any satisfaction you'll get from doing a production of a show. And it's a longer lasting satisfaction because you're actually changing lives.
While Mr. Mertz may make beautiful music, his car has hit a sour note.
My poor, poor car. It's a '96 Nissan Sentra.
That car of his has needed help for a long time.
It has about 120,000 miles on it, and so over the years it has developed its aches and pains. Oh, I had a break-in a couple of years ago, and so the radio was stolen. I don't trust it's gonna start. I carry jumper cables and a gas can.
Now it's up to the NASCAR Angels to give Mr. Mertz something to sing about.
If you give freely from your heart, that what you get in return is tenfold what you give.
Michael is so giving and untiring in his giving. It is just time for someone to give to him.
The love that I feel from the people here right now is really quite overwhelming. I must tell you.
We're here with Eric Almirola, driver of the number 8 Dale Earnhardt Incorporated Chevrolet. What do you got for us today?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say I'm really glad to be here. A little later, we're going to show you an event that the NASCAR family put together in honor of a great woman, Breanne Davis. But first, I think the NASCAR Angels have some work to do.
Well, you can count on us. There's no doubt about that. And Shannon's waiting for us right now. Let's get to her.
This week, we're in Houston at Memorial Drive Tire and Auto, of course, a Goodyear Gemini automotive care provider. With me is our great crew chief, Rick. Rick, you've seen Mike's car. What are our concerns?
Well, Shannon, I took Mike's car for a test drive. There's a noise in the engine. We're gonna have to get it in and figure out what that is. Plus, he's got more than 100,000 miles on it, so there's gonna be some maintenance needs as well.
All right, we've got a lot of work to do, so let's meet our NASCAR Angels. Say hello to Ricardo. Fred, the other Ricardo, Max, and Gerald. All right, NASCAR Angels, are you ready?
Let's go!
Do it.
Well, we just got back from the test drive, and this car is bottoming out pretty bad, so we're gonna take these old struts off, and we're gonna put some new struts on this car.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at Mike's brakes, and it looks like they're pretty worn down. So we're gonna go ahead and replace those brake pads, and also we felt a little pulsation, so we're gonna go ahead and replace the rotors as well.
Getting the motor ready to be pulled out. It's seen its better days with oil leaks and coolant all over it. All right. And I do believe we're loose and ready to rock and roll. All the harness, everything's disconnected, not pulling no wires. And here comes one used engine.
Well, let me tell you where we are in the inspection process. If you remember, there was a noise in Mike's engine. We've determined that it's actually an internal engine problem, and this engine's got lots of miles on it. Also, I suspect there might be some deferred maintenance. So we're gonna go ahead and replace the engine. That way Mike's gonna have a car that he can depend on, and he doesn't have to worry about engine problems.
Still ahead on NASCAR Angels.
It doesn't take a lot of money to keep your car in top shape. Rick's gonna tell us some things we can do to make sure our car lasts a long time. Plus, I'm headed to the big house. That's right, I'm in jail with a bunch of NASCAR drivers. Find out why and see what we have to do to get out. And later, do the NASCAR Angels hit a high note with Mike?
NASCAR Angels is brought to you by Goodyear Gemini Automotive Care, an auto service and exclusive tire provider of the NASCAR Performance Network.
You know, music is all about hitting the right note. Dang, that wasn't bad. So we want Mike's car to do the same thing, so we're bringing it into Sterling Auto Body for some paint and body work. On a rainy night in Charlotte, the law finally caught up to me. I'm going to my sentencing right now, and I'm a flight risk, so I've been handcuffed. And these aren't fake people, okay? These are the real deal.
Your Honor, the one, the only Shannon Wiseman.
This young lady is being charged with making false statements.
Guilty as charged. It's all part of the first official Jail and Bail to benefit the Breanne Davis NASCAR Technical Institute Scholarship Fund. Drivers like Eric Almirola are all charged with crimes.
We got sentenced to jail, and we had to make bail. It didn't matter how long it took us, but we had to make bail. It took me like 2.5 hours, maybe 2 hours, to raise $2,500. And then no sooner than I got out, 10 minutes after getting out of jail, I raised another $5,500.
The event honored Breanne Davis, a NASCAR official.
She passed away in an automobile accident. So in honor of her, they put an event together to try and raise money to send a female to the NASCAR Technical Institute to go there and get an education on our sport, and so that they could further themselves and get a career in NASCAR.
Before she was an official, Breanne Davis worked in the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated engine shop. She loved everything about NASCAR, and everyone loved her.
There's a lot to say about her. She would get your attention because she was a very pretty girl, and then she would get your respect because she knew so much about what she was doing.
Calling everybody.
11 drivers in all were thrown in jail, including David Stremme, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal? What? Oh wait, that's just Tony Stewart.
Tony's definitely guilty of grand theft auto here, for sure.
In the end, $80,000 was raised, and that's enough to send several young women to NASCAR Tech. Back at the shop, Max is busy putting the replacement engine in Mr. Mertz's car.
And we're going in. Looking good. Yeah, just a little bit. There we go. I think you'll be happy with it.
Coming up on NASCAR Angels.
In these tough economic times, we need our cars to last a lot longer. Find out some things we can do to keep our car from singing the blues.
Closed captioning sponsorship provided by...
Now the inside of Mike's car, well, that's definitely nothing to sing about. But the guys at Quick Fix Headliner and Glass are gonna change that, and he's getting leather seats thanks to Roadwire.
Really in bad shape, so then I remove the carpet, put new carpet with the new patio too.
This will be the new cover that'll be going on.
Looking like a brand new car.
Back at the shop, the Angels are hard at work.
Now we're going to disassemble the brakes. Brake pads themselves are right at their indicators. And then your rotor will just slip right off. And here's the new rotor. These things come out of the box already machined, so you don't have to worry about machining them.
Well, the replacement engine is installed in Mike's car and it's ready to go. But let me tell you what's going on here. The engine we had to replace only had 120,000 miles on it, and that's not a lot of miles for an engine today. If you want to make sure your engine can last a long time, there's just a few simple things you need to do. Number one, make sure you change the oil in the oil filter on a regular basis. Change the coolant whenever the owner's manual says to. Keep the air filter clean. Replace the fuel filter when it needs to be. And you're not going to have to worry about it. You're going to have an engine that's going to last a long time, and you won't end up replacing yours.
That's the bottom part of the back seat, ready to go inside. Okay, complete.
Still ahead on NASCAR Angels.
No more dress rehearsals, it's time for the big show. The Angels are done with Mike's car, it's time to give it back. La 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 la. I'm hoping Mike will put me in the show. Probably not.
NASCAR Angels is brought to you by Goodyear Gemini Automotive Care, an auto service and exclusive tire provider of the NASCAR Performance Network.
We have all of Mr. Mertz's students here, and they are super excited about seeing his car. You guys ready? 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah! Mr. Mertz, we all know that teachers are the unsung heroes in our communities, and we know how much you have dedicated yourself to these students, and in your own words, making them decent human beings. So it's time for you to get honored for all that you've done. Now, are you ready to see your car?
I am so ready. I'm completely stoked.
What's it been like this week without it?
Oh, it's been the most exciting week of my life, I must tell you.
Awesome. It's going to get more exciting right now. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, you guys, here we go. Bring out that car.
Thank you. Thank you, Shannon.
He was so overwhelmed when he saw the car. I don't even think he recognized it at first, especially because of the new paint. All right, now it's time for you to meet the crew chief for our NASCAR Angels, Rick Hunter. Rick?
Hey, Mike.
How you doing? It's nice to meet you.
I'm doing well. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
And I've got some real important people here I want you to meet.
Great.
These are the NASCAR Angels from Goodyear Gemini that actually did all the work.
Thank you, every one of you. Goodyear Gemini guys down at Memorial Tire and Auto. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Well, Mike, I saw the reaction on your face when we pulled the car in, so I think you liked it.
Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Well, there's lots to like, and let me tell you about some of it.
Please.
First of all, I guess you can tell that we painted it.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful.
And to really dress it up, it's got some new Goodyear tires on it.
Yeah.
It's got some fancy new rims. What do you think of the rims?
Sweet. They're so beautiful. Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Oh, those are cool.
Uptown.
And behind there, we've done a lot of mechanical work. It's got new brakes on all four wheels.
Right.
It's got new shocks and struts. We want those tires to wear well. They did an alignment on it, keep everything perfect, so it should be good to go. Well, Freddie, let's go ahead and pop the hood. I want to show Mike all the really cool things we've done under here.
Wow, look at that.
Doesn't that look great?
That's terrific.
Let me tell you about it.
Please.
There were some noises in your other engine, and we were diagnosing that. We found several issues, so we knew you needed a safe, reliable vehicle, so you have a replacement engine.
Wow, new engine. Excellent.
A few other things. There was a problem with the radiator. So it has a new radiator, it has new belts and hoses. We've taken care of all the maintenance and all the fluid services, so you don't have to worry about that. You've got a new X-Side battery. And while we're up here, one more thing to show you. The headlights you had on here were fogged.
Oh, yeah.
And so now you've got new headlights. You're going to be able to see where you're going.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Well, that means everything. Now I don't have to worry about the car anymore. I don't have to be concerned with carrying all that oil around and an extra gas can and fix-a-flat and all that kind of good stuff. I can just focus on the kids and being there for them. That's great.
Well, Mike, you've seen the outside, you've seen under the hood, but I think really maybe one of the best things is inside.
Oh.
So check this out. Actually, go ahead and climb in.
Oh, my goodness.
Climb in.
Oh, my. Look at that. Wow.
You've got
That's terrific.
new road wire leather seats.
Woo, it smells like a new car.
There's new carpet,
Hex.
new headliner. Check out that fancy headliner.
Oh, look at that.
Look at these sun visors.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that cool? And one more new thing. Did you spot it?
Oh my word, there's a radio. A beautiful, beautiful JVC radio. Oh, thank you. That's beautiful.
You got to have tunes, right?
Thank you so much.
We really enjoy doing it. And if you'll pardon the pun, I think you now have one finely tuned Nissan.
Oh yes, it's all in tune now.
Everyone's had a teacher like Mr. Mertz, the one that's really gone above and beyond the call of duty, that stayed late hours, that was excited about making you learn. So you really felt that when you saw the kids here and all of his friends here and his family. They love him and they appreciate everything that he does. I think that was really overwhelming for him to see.
It's really the gift of a lifetime. It's such a pure outpouring of love. And it's kind of a reflection of the love that I send out every day to the people around me. It's beautiful.
Thank you all so much for watching NASCAR Angels, and make sure you tune in next week. And remember, be car care aware. Bye!
Promotional fee provided by